Now contrast these two. I'm like, $5, $10. If it don't go for that, let it go. Whereas when you walk a multimillionaire into the room, he's like, whatever the cost, get it. I want it. And you see some of this stuff in real life. Like you go to these auctions or you see these auctions come through online and they pay a couple mil for a painting, right? A couple $100,000 for a car. They pay ridiculous sums for ridiculous things. Why? Because they can. And we thinking, daggone, what a contrast, right? Now I'm asking you, where do you fit in this? You know what I'm talking about? Like in this life, where do you fit? I ain't talking buy it or sell. I'm talking you the property. You getting bid on. Don't you understand? Like that is how you are holding yourself. You either think of yourself as worthless or you think of yourself as priceless. One of the two, because there ain't no in between here. Like how does God view you? Are you the least of these, the poor, the lame, the blind, the crippled, right? Get anybody they can. It better be cheap enough. That's where the ones I'll take. Or on the same thread, is he saying go to the highways and byways and compel them to come. Pay whatever the price is. Because don't you understand, I'm talking about a millionaire walking in to buy a bottle of bourbon for a couple $1,000. We got a king of kings, creator of all the earth, owns a deer on 1,000 hills. And when he says to his servants, go to the highways and byways and compel them to come in, he's saying, I bid them. I don't care what it costs. You go and get them. Don't you understand their worth? The other ones are too, like, they ain't the one. I'll spend whatever I got to get these. Get the lame, get the blind, get the crippled, get the ones who can't hold their head up, get the ones buried in the dirt and surrounded by their sin. Get them no matter the cost. Why? Because I got to have them. Ain't another supposed to. They mine and I want them. Get them. Compel them to come in. They ain't the least of these. They are everything. They are priceless. And that is what God is telling you. You ain't a $5, $10 knockoff. You ain't something that'll be pushed aside. You are priceless. And he'll spend whatever he got to spend to gain you. And I'm telling you the truth tonight. Why? Because I have spent 15 years just to get you this message. That's what God is the cost of this coming out at you. 15 years of a man's life, and he'll spend whatever he's got to gain whoever is willing to listen and accept Jesus as Savior. And he'll do it for me, he'll do it for you, and he'll put anybody else through what he's got to put them through to gain the next. Why? Because they ain't the least of these. They are priceless in his sight. That's the truth. That is what I want to compel to you today. You are not cheap. You cost everything. And here's the secret. He is willing to spend everything just to gain you. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you're the least in these world standards. You are everything to him.